3-point shots being hoisted. Be solid with the ball if you want to win this game. Tip going to be one, and you can see immediately Birmingham Southern scrambling in the backcourt to try to take it. You're going to have Malachi Dooley starting things off. Birmingham Southern sagging way off of him, giving him an open shot. He's going to have to take one. He launches the first one off the front rim, rebound grab there by number 13, Jay Gillespie, and Birmingham Southern on the hop the other way. Caleb Green with it up top. Stormy Peaches in a 2-3 defense. Janai, it actually looks like they're going a little 2-3 hybrid. 3-ball up, no good. Rebounded Jordan James, snatches that one out of there.
Love to see that. He ripped it away from the 6'8 Childers.
Coming the other way, James going to drive down the lane, left hand. He gets hammered, no call. Ball going the other way, Gillespie going to bring it. He's going to go down the lane, lay it up with the left hand, and good.
Really thought James got raked on that one, no call.
Dooley going to bring it across, and Birmingham Southern again playing way off of Malachi Dooley, almost daring him to shoot. Janai going to drive in, head fake. He's going to go up, miss his first shot, rebounded there by Josh Childers. Coming the other way is Birmingham Southern. Not quite as breakneck as I expected to start. A little more controlled.
Really looking inside that high post area, Jay Gillespie, and he's going to look to dump down to Childers. Janai did a nice job to take him away.
3-ball on the way. That one's up and good. Martise Jackson, the 6'4 sophomore guard, averages about 7 points a game for Birmingham Southern, and they're off to an early 5-0 lead. Panthers in man-to-man. Again, really sagging off, and that's going to be a steal. Taken the other way, and misses the dunk. Tried to showtime it, did not get that one to go. Rebound, no good. Gillespie going to get another opportunity. He's going to be fouled and get a chance. Martise Jackson went up for the one-hand jam and came up about 2 inches short of dunking the basketball.
Well, Uba Zigbo had to feel like the most lonely man in the world. His teammates didn't hustle back. Jackson Kemp, who actually was the first defender down, ran through the end line and didn't hustle back. And they had 3 opportunities before Jay Gillespie got fouled. And Uba picks up his first just 2 minutes into this ball game.
Yeah, Gillespie averages about 12 points a game, 11.7 on the year. His first free throw is up and good.
8.5 boards a game, so definitely he's their big rebounder out of Bloomington, Illinois.
Second free throw up. He's going to back iron that one. Ryan Janai runs it down. Not a lot of pressure being applied yet by Birmingham Southern. They right now have Josh Childers, a 6'8 forward, guarding Malachi Dooley, and he's basically playing, it's almost like man and one. Janai with a long 3. That's going to come up front rim. Rebounded there. Caleb Green pushing that one the other way. Gillespie gets it underneath. That ball's going to be raked out of there. They're going to call that ball off of Gillespie. Good job there, Ryan Janai. Playing defender Josh Childers went up for a layup, and it's knocked away, and already we have a quick line change. Trey Harris, actually it's just one. Trey Harris going to check in for Dooley, and I think that's because they're playing off of Dooley so much. You cannot do that with Trey Harris, and immediately Birmingham Southern switches up their defense.
Yeah, they were having Josh Childers give Dooley the 3 because he's only a 20% three-point shooter. And right away, Philip Ponder sees that, and he goes with Trey Harris, a much better three-point shooter.
The Zigbo shot off the mark. Gillespie going to have it at the top of the key. He's going to drive in. That ball is knocked away by Jordan James, and I got to see who they call the foul on here.
They called it on Jordan James, and that's a really bad call. Now, we've seen Jordan get really frustrated by bad calls. He's mentally got to stay in the game here, emotionally stay in the game. He's a big weapon for the Stormy Petrels. Bad call early.
Gillespie's first free throw up and good. Early 7-0 lead for Birmingham Southern. Checking in number 24, Bryson Bishop, 8.6 points a game. You've got a great story about Bryson when we get a chance.
We'll tell that story when we get a break in the action.
Gillespie's second free throw up and good. He's a good-looking athlete, is Jay Gillespie. 6'5", 210. Wonder if he could play a linebacker. I'm sure Nick Saban would want to give him a call.
Well, out of Bloomington, Illinois, that's Big Ten country.
James with a 3 ball, much needed. Up and good for the first 3 points of the day for the Oglethorpe Stormy Petrels.
Right away, Caleb Green pushes it.
Bishop from the corner. He's going to line one up and knock one down. 11-3 early lead for the Panthers.
Really good three-point shooter, 36% from the arc.
James going to bring it across. He's got a quickness advantage, and he's going to get the old-fashioned hoop in the arm. He saw Josh Childers and said, you know what, you cannot guard me off the bounce. James with the right-hand layup and an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Good, strong take, a smart take. I don't think Childers can defend him, especially out on the floor, out on the perimeter. Jordan James saw that, put it on the bounce, finished through contact.
Yeah, coming in 6'9", Christian Thompson, a 6'9" freshman.
Jordan James made that free throw. He missed some down the stretch in that heartbreaker last week. I noticed after the game he came out of the locker room and took some free throws. That made he immediately tapped his chest and told himself, good job.
And Christian Thompson using his size to grab a rebound and put that one in. And the first time a little bit of token pressure right now from Birmingham Southern as they're looking to push the pace.
Jordan James going to go right around Thompson again, but he gives it up.
Kemp with it. He's going to drive in. He's going to lay it up. A lot of contact, no call. Jackson coming out of there. He drives down the lane, lays it up. No good, and a good box out and rebound by Ryan Janai. And they're going to call a foul here on number 23. That's going to be Christian Thompson on the reach. We've got a timeout on the floor. First media timeout, 15:34 to go here in the first half. Oglethorpe trailing 13-6.
Yeah, real fast-paced game, 13-6. We anticipated that. The Stormy Petrels have failed to convert some looks. Jackson Kemp has really gotten in the habit of taking it strong to the goal. Thought he drew some contact there, no call. They came off running to the races. And you mentioned Ryan Janai with a great box out on the defensive end. Came up with the rebound, but got fouled by the 6'9" freshman Christian Thompson.
Well, Birmingham Southern, if you judge by what they did in the women's game, and they're going to play a similar style, not quite the same because you don't see the 5-man hockey change that you saw. They have a lot of height. Christian Thompson, maybe the biggest, tallest player we've seen. They've also got a 6'10" sophomore, Brody Davis, who doesn't play a ton, but may have a chance to go in there. That means James and Azigbo, and checking in for the first time, Jonathan Awoleye, they're going to have to play huge. Now, Jonathan had a monster game last Sunday. I want to see, can he build off that, especially with Uba being on the floor, see what he can do.
When Brody Davis, the 6'10" sophomore you talked about, just went to the scorer's table when Awoleye came into the game. Christian Thompson 6'9", but he's very lean.
Also checking in, Dylan Benefield for the first time, and they go right to Awoleye. He's going to go up with the left hand, come up short, grabs his own rebound, and gets fouled. And that's going to be 2 fouls on Christian Thompson real quick. I love it. Awoleye, we talked about last week, aggressive, give me the ball, I'm going to pound it, and I'm going to go up with it.
Some really good coordination and athleticism there because he got the offensive rebound, and as he's falling in midair, had the presence of mind to put it up and got fouled, and then goes to the free throw line and knocks it down. Struggled early in the season from the free throw line, but since he's come back from injury, he's shot the free throws really, really well. Yeah,
he was 6 of 8 last week, and there's our announcer Jinx as he misses the second one. 13-7, Oglethorpe trails. They'll drop back into, looks like man-to-man, a little switching action. I don't think you can switch 1 through 5 with the size of the Panthers, so it might be a 1 through 4. Bishop with it up top. Going to dribble around. Good job by Mason Kemp. Benefield trying to deliver. Awoleye, and there you go. Brody Davis, you mentioned 6'10", 240 pounds. That's a Division I size center.
He and Caleb Green coming out of a great high school program over in Madison, Alabama, James Clemens.
Kemp from downtown with the 3 ball to cut the lead to 5.
Mason Kemp knocked that one down. Love to see him get going.
That's the second time Brody Davis, the beneficiary of a nice spin move there from Dylan Patrick, who drove in and dished it off Davis with back-to-back layups. A tried for the shot block, unable to accomplish that. Kemp with it up top, looking down for Jonathan. Jonathan's got it. He's got to go right at him with the left hand. Fires that one off the mark. I'd like to see him gather a little bit more and get back to the right hand.
Yeah, we've really been complimentary of Kamaria Rivera on the women's team. She has great footwork. Jonathan's still developing that part of his game.
And now you have Brody Davis with a backdoor cut. He gives it right back to Dylan Patrick, says, hey, you give me one, I'll give you one. And Brody Davis is coming in playing some good basketball. Davis, a guy on the year, only averaging 3.2 points a game. Bishop with a three on the way, and that is pure. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Bryson Bishop. And Birmingham Southern has extended the lead with a quick 7-0 run to make it 22-10, 13-19 to go here in the first half, and we've got a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, Bryson Bishop with another three. Great story. If you're a basketball fan, you know a number of years ago, Zion Williamson dominated at the high school level over in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Well, in Zion Williamson's senior year, with the world focused on him in his high school final season, they squared off against Spartanburg Christian Academy.
Okay.
And I guess you'd say a highly moxie 8th grader by the name of Bryson Bishop got in Zion Williamson's face and defended him the best he could. Williamson at 6'8" and about 280 in high school. But even then, that 8th grader, Bryson Bishop, showed the moxie that's made him a really great freshman at the college level. That's
something he'll be able to tell his grandkids, as Zion one day might end up in the Naismith Hall of Fame. Jordan James turnaround, nice soft touch, and that's a much-needed basket from the foul line. But Bishop could tell his grandkids, hey, I played college basketball, I also defended Zion. There you go, Jonathan Awoleye, get that shot out of here. He rejects Brody Davis right at the rim. They are really looking for Davis. Davis, another nice backdoor cut, and that one rejected by Jordan James. I mentioned Davis because this is a guy who has not started. He's played all 18 games, but he only averages about 3 points a game and 2 rebounds, and has already come in so far this game and had an impact.
I'll tell you what, their big men really pass the ball well in tight quarters from the block.
Shot clock down to 3. Fired up and in, and a really good shot there from Dylan Patrick, another guy who averages about 4 points a game, and in a few minutes, him and Brody Davis have really made a huge impact so far on this game.
Well, he showed me a lot early because he out-quicked Dylan Benningfield earlier with a spin move, and Dylan Benningfield hardly ever gets out-quicked. And right there, right at the shot clock, scored over Jordan James.
James inside. That ball is going to be swatted away by Davis, who may have gotten away with a double dribble. He's going to turn it over now. Kemp with it back the other way. Looking for an open shot, finds Awoleye. Jonathan going to go in. Good footwork there. Trey Harris from downtown. Off the back of the rim, no good. Fought for and snatched out of there by Patrick. Running the other way. Patrick going to drive baseline, tipped away by Mason Kemp. Awoleye comes up with it. Give it up, big fella. Or don't. Ball's going to be knocked away.
Yeah, I'd like to see him give it up. Of course, most coaches would say that.
And get it back.
Same thing with Brody Davis. You don't want the big guy to bringing the ball down the floor, especially in traffic. We got a break there. Davis turned it over for the Panthers. But quick start. We anticipated the Panthers to play at a high rate of speed. They've got a 24-12 lead here. Oglethorpe's had some turnovers, missed some shots that has allowed the Panthers to have this lead. Been really impressed with Brody Davis and the big men from Birmingham Southern and their ability to pass the ball. from the block to cutters, making basket cuts.
Yeah, Oglethorpe right now just 4 of 14 from the floor. Birmingham Southern 9 of 17, including 3 of 4 from downtown. That'll really make a big difference. Turnovers so far very even, 3-2. But here's your difference. The bench points, 16 points off the bench already for Birmingham Southern out of their 24 points. Guys have come in and are doing a really good job. Bryson Bishop with 6, Dylan Patrick with 4, Brody Davis with 4 as well.
Well, you said those guys don't get a lot of minutes, but they don't count their minutes. They just make their minutes count.
Got to find a way here to make a run. Awoleye going to be defended now a little bit differently as they've subbed back in 32 Josh Childers, and Jonathan puts Josh in the rim.
Yeah, and Childers had one foul early. I think he might have been worried about that a little bit here, and Awoleye finished strong.
Jump shot here going to come up off the rim, and a nice soft touch there by Nolan Dean, 6'4" junior out of Kimberly, Alabama. Got the soft touch on this end, extends the lead to 26-14. Benefield with it up top. Awoleye not going to shoot a 3. Jordan James with it. Trey Harris in. Going right back to Jonathan. Goes with the right hand. Switches back. Is he a left-handed player? Because he really seems to like to shoot the ball with the left hand.
He's not. He's a right-hander, but he likes that.
3 ball on the way. Caleb Green just pure. Step back into that one, Roy, and nothing but the bottom of the net.
Really confident stroke there. They've been really trying to pound it into Awoleye. I was going to say I'd like to see some other offensive options here, but Awoleye takes a 15-footer and misses.
Gillespie going to kick this round. Another 3 ball on the way, no good. Jonathan comes up with a huge rebound. He's going to kick it to Mason Kemp. Big substitution set to come in at the next dead ball. Mason steps into a 3 and knocks it down. That's 2 threes from Mason Kemp here on the night, and we've needed both of them.
Yeah, big 3 from Mason right there.
I didn't know if that was a double dribble or not. Benefield coming out of here. Jordan James, no call. Actually, they are going to call it. The offside official is going to call the and one. Jordan James got hammered on the play. Foul's going to be called on number 22, Tyler Andrews. I believe 32. I'm sorry, Josh Childers on the foul call. The underneath official did nothing.
Well, he had a bad angle. It was right in front of him. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe no call. The C official, the center officials had to step in and make that. I mean, he got hammered on that. Nice finish. See him make his free throw here. He's been working on him after last weekend. Nothing but net. Great job. A little bit of back of the rim.
Yeah, the difference there, he stood in there. We saw Jordan kind of falling away, and now you go to a little 2-2-1 pressure to kind of push the tempo for Birmingham Southern. They get a 3 ball. That's going to be off the mark. Got to grab the rebound, and there's your senior leader, or your upperclassman leader in Uba Zigbo, snatching that one out of there. Cross court to Ryan Janai, back up top. Driving down the lane with a nice up and in Malachi Dooley. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. Chris Graves says, I've seen enough. Is Oglethorpe fighting back into this one, Roy? 9:09 to go here in the first half. It's 29-22. Birmingham Southern with the lead.
Well, Mason Kemp's 3 was a big one. Then Jordan James going strong in transition, gets an old-fashioned 3-point play. Right there, Malachi Dooley. John, I think if he stayed with his left hand, Childers would have blocked it. We saw Dooley slip his right hand under Childers' reach and finish kissing it off the glass.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful thing, and they played off of Malachi early in the game. That time he got the matchup he wanted. They came out to defend him at the 3-point arc, and he just used the speed and quickness for the blow-by. Big substitutions coming here. Childers going to go out. Back in is Christian Thompson. Bishop is in alongside Caleb Green, number 14, also in Samuel Spence. For us, it's still going to be Mason Kemp and Malachi Dooley, Jordan James, Uba Zigbo, and Ryan Janai. And now you're going a little bit more pressure in the backcourt. Thompson going to hammer that one home.
Yeah, Uba and Ryan Janai got a little bit too extended.
Jordan James misses that one off the back iron.
Thompson got behind him for a slam.
Oglethorpe severely undersized when Thompson's in the game at 6'9". Janai, a 6'3", really guard. Bishop from downtown, and he's got a nice jumper.
He really does. Great shot form and a quick trigger. Really knocked down the deep three. He's a good one.
And I think we've got his family sitting to the right of us, mom and dad with smiles on their face. Bryson leading the way with 9. Dooley going to drive in back to Mason Kemp. That one's going to come up short. Janai fighting for it. And that ball's going to be snatched out of there by Martise Jackson.
Bishop begging for the ball earlier. He was spotting up for another 3.
Jackson, are they going to get it? They did. They got the travel. I was going to say he took 7 steps coming down the lane. Ryan Janai was trying to snatch that one out of there. We're going to have another timeout on the floor. Our media, under 8 media timeout, 34-22. The Panthers of Birmingham Southern with the lead. Uba looks a little bit, just looks off a little bit. You can understand he's had a foot injury for a couple of weeks. Probably has not got a bunch of cardio. You know, he's only taken 1 shot so far. We're going to need Uba at some point to get back to being Uba to try to get back into this. Interesting how important this game is. For Oglethorpe to have a chance to host, they're really going to have to win the next couple of games here in the SAA. Unfortunately, a couple of really, really tough losses have hurt them. They sit at 3-6. Birmingham Southern at 5-4. Rhodes at 5-4. Really, you're going to have to win. They have to win out to potentially have a chance to move up and have a hosting scenario.
You're right, John. Philip Ponder really felt like that weekend sweep where they got swept last weekend hurt those chances.
Yep.
He knew how difficult it would be against Birmingham Southern coming up. He's got Swanee coming up. Felt like the one we lost in the last seconds against Swanee was one that really hurt in that regard as
Russ
well.
Marr with the and 1 with 1 second to go to have a great comeback and a win. So want to try to get a home game in the postseason. You must start winning games.
Birmingham Southern with a 20-6 advantage on the glass.
Uba drives in, going to get fouled. Is that 3 on Christian Thompson?
It sure is.
Here's what I like to see.
They got him for 2. I thought he had 2 quick ones early.
Here's what I like to see about Uba. We worry about the foot. That one he drove in with explosiveness and had no fear driving to the basket. First free throw for Uba, up and good.
I was saying a 20-6 advantage on the glass and 5 threes early has allowed the Panthers to jump out to this lead.
Uba, both free throws, pure there, cutting the lead to 10. I'd like to see you cut it to about 5 before the end of the half. 2-3 zone right now by the Stormy Petrels.
Got to keep an eye on Bishop. He's spotting up. Even though he's 5 feet outside the arc, he's spotting up. He's got shooter's confidence.
Yeah, great job there by Janai, denying the entry pass. Now he's going to launch from the other side. He thought that one was good. He was halfway to half court when that ball left his hand, hit back rim and no good.
Well, this is a variation of the offense, or the lineup that we saw the other night, last weekend, without Uba in there, obviously, but really not a true point guard. Thought there was a grab on that. Harris gets it ahead off of Jackson Kemp.
There 100% was a grab. Jackson had a steal. He was about to throw that ball ahead for Mason for a walk-in layup. Was absolutely grabbed from behind and no call. And now it's going to be Birmingham Southern ball with a fresh new shot clock.
You got Mason and Jackson Kemp up top, Janai, Harris, and Zigbo across the back.
This is our 6'3" lineup because everybody out there is listed at 6'3". 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebounded by Jackson Kemp, coming the other way. Kicks it to Trey Harris. Harris going to drive in. And unfortunately, he just needed one more dribble and try to put the ball up on the window. But he saw 6'9" Christian Thompson and thought twice about it and then threw it to nobody.
Well, he was making that reverse pivot and the pass back to Jackson Kemp, but Jackson Kemp had relocated and there was nobody there.
Good closeout. Layup no good. Ryan Janai tries to grab it with one hand. Now gets a block from the other side. And that ball's going to be raked out of there. And they're going to call a jump ball. Ryan Janai and it looked like Nolan Dean fighting for it.
You talked about Janai trying to grab the rebound one-handed. That was because Christian Thompson was grabbing his left arm and pulling it down. No call there. Unfortunate for Janai, but at least no foul call. Just inbound under for Birmingham Southern.
So Awoleye and James back in. Also big Brody Davis checking in for Birmingham Southern. They're matching size with size. You can see that.
Yeah, Chris Graves, longtime coach of Birmingham Southern, definitely making that adjustment.
Martise Jackson with it. 2-3 zone, much more effective here. They've moved Jackson Kemp and Ryan Janai back up top. And hammered down by Brody Davis. Another connection between Dylan Patrick and Brody Davis. They have been the magic elixir right now for the Panthers to have the lead.
You know, what's really interesting is those guys don't get a lot of playing time. They probably play on the second team every day in practice, and they're used to each other.
Awoleye going to drive across the lane. That ball going to be knocked around. Jordan James has it. 10 on the shot clock. He's going to fire a three. That's going to hit back rim. Jonathan comes up with the rebound. Big A gets fouled as he tries to go back up with the layup. Good effort there by Jonathan Awoleye. Foul on number 15, Dylan Patrick with the push. I'm going to tell you, you mentioned those two on the second team. Brody Davis, I'm trying to figure out now why he doesn't get more playing time. Really smooth game.
Yeah, really smooth game. Really impressed with him. Big slam at the other end. By the way, 1 second on the shot clock when Davis threw that dunk down. So they just beat the clock. Dylan Patrick, another nice drive and dish to the big Davis.
Awolaye's first free throw up and good. Jonathan is improving every single week. Subbing back in, Jay Gillespie. Also coming back in is going to be number 4, Caleb Green. Checking out 11, Martise Jackson.
Jay Gillespie really impressive early in this ball game. Looks like Oglethorpe will move in to set up more of their 2-2-1. Uba Zigbo staying back until Awoleye can get back there.
Jonathan knocks in both free throws. 10-point deficit.
Good hustle from Jackson Kemp.
2-3 zone really extending. Top is really having to move, and Jordan James flying all the way up from that baseline positioning. Good close out there by Uba. 7 on the shot clock. 3 ball on the way. That's going to be short. Rebounded by Kemp. Kemp out on the run. 1-on-1. He's going to drive in. Go up with the left hand and good. Jackson Kemp going coast to coast. Rebound in the put. 3 ball on the way, and that one is pure. Nolan Dean, 6'4", 180-pound sophomore, knocks that one in. It's 11-point lead for the Panthers.
Another good three-point shooter, 36% shooter from outside the arc.
Janai with it coming across the lane. Looks for Uba. Uba with the post up. He's going to swoop a little skyhook action. That's going to come up short, snatched out of there by Jay Gillespie. He's heading the other way. I guess he gets the Patrick Ewing effect. That was at least 3 steps across the lane for the lay-in, and a 13-point lead now for Birmingham Southern.
I said it in the women's game. That's like a $3 taxi fare.
Uba drives in, no contact or no call there, and he's grabbing his left knee. I hate to see that. Uba hurting. They're going to come the other way. That ball's going to be off the mark, and a foul is going to be called this side on Ryan Janai. Looking at Uba, he grabbed that left knee.
Yeah, that was a little bit scary right there.
We're going to get a timeout on the floor, the under 4-minute timeout. 41-28, Birmingham Southern racing to a lead with 3:55 to go. We're all looking at Uba. I don't see any of the trainers looking at him right now, so maybe it was just a little hyperextension as he landed. But there have been some fortuitous calls for Birmingham Southern on their end of the floor. Some missed travels and some missed turnovers, but they've been able to knock down some threes. Jordan James leading the way for Oglethorpe. He's got 11. But you look at Jay Gillespie's got 7 points and 7 rebounds already, and Bryson Bishop off the bench. Maybe he's thinking he's playing Zion today as he's knocked in 9 points so far.
Well, you got to pick your poison. You know, right now they're balanced inside and outside. You know, Bishop with the 2 threes was huge for him. And then they actually 3 threes. then one each from Nolan Dean, Martise Jackson, and Caleb Green. So then you start worrying about the perimeter, and then the bigs like Davis and Gillespie hurt you in the paint. So you just have to pick your poison right now. They've got great offensive balance inside, outside. Oglethorpe really needs to find itself in an offensive identity right now. Had a little bit of more of a one-on-one game. Jordan James, Awoleye. They've not really gotten a whole lot out of the flow other than the two Mason Kemp threes.
And Nolan Dean going to step up a couple of free throws here. First one no good. Oglethorpe crowd making some noise. Trying to make Dean miss. Second free throw up. That's going to come up short. So 0 for 2. Jackson Kemp snatches that one out of there. Kemp, James, Ezigbo, Awoleye, and Janai on the floor. Uba may have got away. He did not get away with a push-off, and he absolutely. That was the left-hand discard.
Yeah, he definitely displaced the defender by Rule. Nice job defensively by Martise Jackson. They're going to go back to that 6'3" lineup where everybody's 6'3". Mason Kemp checks back in for Awoleye. Like this lineup last weekend, we haven't seen the offensive attack that we saw out of it last weekend.
You're also dealing with a lot more size for Birmingham Southern. And they're going to get it inside. Fortuitous bounce right to Josh Childers for the lay-in. Ball was knocked away, but he gets it right at the front of the rim. Lays it in for a 15-point lead. Uba being defended right now. Martise Jackson doing a great job. Pass underneath Ryan Janai. And again, ball knocked out of his hand, but I thought there was a lot of contact there.
That official that's on the end line right now is struggling a little bit here early in the game. I thought he got hit going up. No call.
Kemp from downtown. That one's going to rim out. Rebounded. Caleb Green now pushing the other way. Bishop thought about a three. They get it down to Gillespie, who's just going to use size. Three ball on the way here, and that's going to be up and good. Caleb Green.
That's his second here in the first half already.
And it's now an 18-point deficit for the Stormy Petrels. Kemp going to have a wide open three. That one is much needed to stem the momentum and cut it back to 15. Jackson Kemp, his first three of the game.
Mason Bishop in the game now. Perimeter movement, working off the post feed.
Uba doing everything he can. Gillespie with the offensive rebound. He's going to lay it up and in. And that's just where the size of Gillespie at 6'5" and also having Childers at 6'8" has really been a mismatch down low for the Stormy Petrels. James with a pull-up jumper. That one's pure, much needed.
Nice find by Mason Kemp on that backdoor cut from James. He pulled up from 12 feet. You know, it's really interesting when Gillespie defended Janai. It didn't look like Gillespie was 6'5". It looked like he was 6'3", but Janai, but he definitely has the girth advantage.
Kemp comes up with a steal. Going to drive in. He's going to get fouled. He was bumped basically from half court. They're going to get a foul on number 24, Bryson Bishop. And that was one, if you watch down on the other end, Kemp, the ball just kind of fell. He didn't even know the ball was there. It was just kind of sitting on his shoulder like the angel or the devil. And a good thing for us, it was the angel. He was able to go the other way.
Yeah, great opportunity. You're right, though. It was kind of like, excuse me, there's a ball on your shoulder.
First free throw up, hits the back rim. 15-point deficit, 1:45 to go here in the first half. Have to find a way to cut something into this in the last couple of moments. You know, you'd like to go in on a 5-6-0 run, something like that, to feel good. Second free throw up and good. Stormy Petrels much better, 8 for 10 from the foul line so far today.
Well, that first miss, he was real quick on his release. The second one, he held his finish and swished it.
Another turnover, this one going the other way. Kemp with it right now. He's going to drive in, head fake. He's going to draw another foul. This time it's going to be I believe on number 13, Jay Gillespie, and a great job there by Mason Kemp with the head fake to get Gillespie up in the air. You mentioned it. When you look at him here from our vantage point, he doesn't look tall until he stands next to one of the Kemp brothers. He's a big, girthy kid, swole. Like I said, he could probably play outside linebacker somewhere or maybe come off the edge.
Yeah, he definitely has the size advantage, but I don't think he's 6'5". They list him at that. I definitely think guys like Childers and Brody Davis are 6'8" and 6'10".
Yeah, Christian Thompson is absolutely 6'9". Roy, I was listed at 6'2", so that'll let you know that the listing can be wrong. Another turnover. This time Kemp takes it. We're going to go the other way, and slowing it down is Dylan Benefield wisely there.
Great hustle back and transition defense by all 5 of the Panthers.
Awoleye rooting Childers out of there, and he's going to go and have the ball knocked away. Good job there by Childers holding his ground, coming up with the steal. Now you get a 3 on the other side. That's going to come up short. Offensive rebound by Gillespie. He's going to dribble it back out. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Birmingham Southern going to slow it down and try to milk a little bit of clock with a 12-point lead. And they are going to call a foul on Jackson Kemp. Jay Gillespie just said, I'm getting to the rim and I'm going to make you call a foul.
Yeah, I thought Jackson stayed with him and stayed vertical. Again, he's entitled to that space. But as Gillespie drove, he dropped that right shoulder a little bit and forced his way up and in and got the foul call.
First free throw up and good.
Nolan Dean checking back in for Bryson Bishop. 2 3-point shooters checking in and out for each other. Keeping a good 3-point shooter on the floor.
Difference right now, shooting percentage 53% for Birmingham Southern, 30%. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Jackson Kemp. Benefield with it. Kemp in a bad spot, no man's land, turns it over. That ball's going to go the other way, and it's going to be, two-handed dunk, and I really hope that Caleb Green is okay. He slipped off the rim and just fell face first and elbow first on the ground. Looks like he hit his funny bone as he's kind of grabbing that left arm, trying to shake it off.
He says he's okay. Went up for the dunk, didn't really get hit by a defender, but like you said, his hand just slipped off the rim and he fell face first, but Caleb Green okay after that, thankfully.
Yeah, that's not one that you want to deal with. You land that floor. The floor is undefeated. You fall on the floor. You don't want that to happen. So we hope that Caleb Green's okay. He's staying in the game. Doesn't look any worse for wear. 15-point lead right now for the Panthers. 51-36. Kemp inbounds it. First time they've gone to a full court pressure, sort of man-to-man look. 13 seconds on the game clock. Jordan James has it. He's going to drive and give it to Awoleye, and he thunders it home with 2 hands. The basket will not count. Caleb Green hit it from just inside half court. Oglethorpe 12 of 33 from the field, 36.5%. You see Birmingham Southern shooting it at 56%. Can't get anything out of it. Malachi will drive against the bigger Gillespie. First pass, that one's turned over, going the other way for an easy lay-in, number 11, Martese Jackson. So a different lineup to start the second half. It's Uba, Jordan James, Malachi Dooley, Jonathan Awoleye, and Ryan Janai. James going to drive down. He's going to get fouled. Scoops that one up with the left hand, going to come up short on the front rim. Push going to be there. Really nice knifing move by Jordan James, sliding to his left to draw that foul. Back to the free throw line. And that one he pulled the string. Yep. You've got to hold your finish. Everything up towards the basket and hold your finish from the free throw line. Wonder if Coach Ponder at some point will employ the 1-3-1 that got him back in the game last week. He is going a little pressure. Looks like a little 2-1-2 press right now as Uba and Jonathan are both back. Press broken very easily, laid up and in. Martese Jackson, his second layup.
Uba's not right. I don't know if you saw that. Like, he couldn't really engage to defend Jackson as he slashed to the right.
Janai going to drive in. He's going to get fouled from behind on the scoop shot. Yeah, you're right. Uba, and I give him all the credit in the world. He is gutting it out, coming off a foot injury, banged his knee there in the first half. Janai going to get an opportunity here to try to cut this. It's a 16-point deficit right now.
You know, I just go back to that one game where I talked to him and I said, all of a sudden you're pulling threes. What was the difference? Remember, we looked us in the eye and he said, all I want to do is win.
Yep.
And I don't think he wanted to end the year sitting on the bench injured. I think when he was given the opportunity, there was a little bit of a crack in the door. He bust through to play.
Janai hits the second free throw, 55-40. Got to find a way here to get some stops. Birmingham Southern shooting 58% for the game, including 53% from downtown. There's your difference. Oglethorpe back in a 2-3. Gillespie with it, and that ball's blocked out of there by Jonathan Awoleye, and then immediately turns it over. Jackson with the head fake turnaround and hits nothing but the bottom of the net.
And Martise Jackson, just having anticipatory quickness, comes up with the steal and the finish. They are definitely putting a big on Malachi Dooley, knowing that they can stay off of Dooley. Dooley not a good three-point shooter.
And right now, Martise Jackson taking advantage of Uba Zigbo maybe not being 100%. 6'4", 175 pounds, undersized as far as girth, but you can tell he's wiry, strong, and he is super quick.
Really good defender. Positionally, a very good defender on Uba.
Awoleye going to take it up here at the top of the key. Zigbo looking underneath for Jordan James. Janai with it now.
Good call. Caleb Green just absolutely holding Jordan James as James tried to cut across the paint. Caleb Green saying, what did I do? Well, mainly you can let go of Jordan's jersey. That would help.
Uba with it from downtown. That's going to be back rim.
Only Uba's fourth shot of the game so far.
Jackson with it. He's going to kick it to the corner. Three ball on the way. Up and good. Caleb Green, another three-point shot as he knocks that one down.
That's his third. So he and Bryson Bishop with 3 trays apiece.
Uba no good. Second shot. Loses that one going up. Looked like he got fouled. No call. Gillespie with it going the other way. Another three ball on the way. That's going to be off the back rim. Jonathan Awoleye with a big paw just snatched that one out of the air. Ryan Janai coming the other way, and Oglethorpe's got to find something here sooner rather than later. Janai has that one thrown out of there by Josh Childers.
Childers coming up, help side defense, sent it back.
Gillespie thought about a three. It's a 20-point lead for the Panthers. Oglethorpe right now in a 2-3. Gillespie with it, back out to the side. Dribbling in, coming up short, knocked around, rebound. Childers with it, and he's going to be fouled and rewarded with a couple of free throws. Ryan Janai could do nothing but jump on his back like a book bag.
Yeah, he just had a bear hug and try to prevent the ball, smartly holding him so that he couldn't get the ball up to the rim. We've talked about that before. If you're in that position where you got a foul, do not let the ball get to the rim, and he didn't there.
20-point deficit right now, the biggest of the game. Childers free throw up and good. You start looking at the three ball that's really been a difference. Green 3 for 6, Bishop 3 for 3, Dean's got 1, Jackson's got 1. Over on the Oglethorpe side, they've only made a couple of threes. Mason Kemp with 2, Jackson Kemp with 1, and Jordan James with 1. Uba thinking about it, dribbles that one and has it knocked away. Uba going to drive in with the left hand. Loses it again. Jordan James kind of fumbling around. He throws it up, no good. Awoleye comes up with a rebound. He's going to miss the bunny. Grabs his own rebound. He's going to go back up again with the left hand and lays it in.
Boy, he has been relentless since last weekend. Just a wow factor.
Southern with it. Kicking it around up top. 4 out. 1 post player. And they're going to call AWA with the reach around. Good call there. Childers had good position, had the body.
Childers, really nice job with a great strong base. Really nice job sealing off AWA. All Jonathan could do was try to reach in there, called for the foul on that attempted poke steal.
Yeah, right now you look, Jordan James, the only one in double figures for Oglethorpe. He's got 14. Jonathan's got 6 rebounds to go along with 9 points. Childers with a great move there, using the basket as a defender to get a reverse layup.
That's what Jonathan Awole will be able to do next year. With the work that he's putting in, you'll be able to see him use his athleticism to do that kind of move. Spin move, lay it in on a reverse layup, use the rim as an additional help. Dooley
misses a wild shot in the lane. Birmingham Southern coming the other way. Skip past Bishop, little escape dribble, his 3 ball up, no good. Ryan Janai battles for it, comes out of there with the rebound. It's a good rebound for Ryan Janai, just snatching that ball out of there.
He's been playing really physical. Big a Zigbo backdoor cut. I don't think we would just couldn't push through and make that cut. He's pretty winded. We talked about that with that foot injury. He's just probably not been able to get much cardio at all. And just off the mark on that one. Love how hard Ryan Janai is playing. He's kind of exemplifying what a senior leader you want to do. But I'm telling you, I'm really impressed with Birmingham Southern. Really. They stay within their individual games, and they really get into a nice flow. Saw Bryson Bishop finally miss one. He's had some great looks and knocked down the first 3. And then we've seen Caleb Green hot from the arc as well. Yeah,
Gillespie 3 for 3 from the field. You know, you talk about as a team, they are shooting 55.5%, 25 of 45 from the field. They're also 8 of 16 from downtown. So the in and out game working great for Birmingham Southern. Really the only thing that's somewhat keeping Oglethorpe in the game, 12 of 15 from the free throw line. They've doubled up the Panthers at the foul line, but the 3 ball has not been there, just 4 of 14. They've been destroyed on the glass, 35 to 17. Out-rebounded on the offensive side, 12 to 6, and defensive boards, 23 to 11.
Well, you talk about that shooting percentage. When you get 12 offensive rebounds and there's still, 40% of the game left, they are just getting second chance points. Some of those offensive rebounds converted into putbacks, and then some of them kick out rhythm threes or rhythm perimeter jumpers.
Whole new lineup in. Brent Smith getting his first action. Christian Thompson comes in, misses the rebound, and they're going to call a tech on him for hanging on the rim. Missed the dunk, kind of did a chin up afterwards, and that's going to be a technical foul on Thompson. But a whole new lineup for Oglethorpe. Brent Smith in for the first time today. You're also going to have both the Kemp brothers, Trey Harris, and they're going back to Dylan Benefield. Trying to find a spark down 22 at this point.
That technical will be the 3rd foul, personal foul on Christian Thompson. And to your point, went up to dunk it. He's got to let go of the rim. He didn't. That's a tap. Trey Harris knocks down that free throw for the technical, and it's Oglethorpe ball coming down.
Yeah, Thompson, kid that as we continue to do these games and he grows into his body, 6'9", 200 pounds. You can imagine a year from now, maybe he's 210, 215. By the time he's a senior, could be 235, 240 if he puts on good college weight. Got athleticism. You can see the hops that he has. So somebody that Oglethorpe's going to have to deal with for many years in the future in SAA play.
Yeah, Chris Graves, the coach from Birmingham Southern, asking, didn't we have possession after that missed dunk? But the officials saying no, and they were ready to let Oglethorpe inbound at half court, but it actually goes all the way back to the end line. Not a huge difference.
Kemp going to inbound, Field going to bring it across. Down 21, 15:07 to play. Smith with the ball up top. Kemp with it. Over to Benefield. Trey Harris coming off a screen. He's going to drive into the lane, kick it back out. That ball's tipped away. Samuel Spence playing really solid defense. Smith going to drive in. Good head fake and lay up and in. He got Christian Thompson up in the air to play paratrooper. Great job by Brent Smith realizing You're outsized by about 6 inches. Good drive. Smith going to battle for that one and knock it away. Good drive by Martese Jackson, and we hope he's okay. He's coming up limping a little bit. I don't know if that's a cramp, but something definitely not right with Martese Jackson. And they're immediately going to get Nolan Dean up off the bench. I don't know if he banged knees. Trying to see what happened. We hope the young man is okay. He's played a whale of a game so far. I don't know if he got hit in a bad area.
Yeah, really good defender. I've been really impressed with him.
Down 19, 14:30 to go. There are no 19-point shots. This isn't rock and jock. So you got to play solid offensive basketball. Let offense turn into defense. Kemp going to drive in. He's going to miss at the front of the rim. That ball's rebound, taken out of there. Thompson coming the other way. That's an absolute mismatch. 6'9" Christian Thompson lays it in. Dylan Benefield upset. The ball never got swung back to him. And a layup there for the Panthers. Way too much one-on-one basketball right now for the Stormy Petrels. Backdoor cut. Kemp to Kemp. Back outside to Trey Harris. Harris coming across. That ball's blocked out of there by Thompson. Harris looking for the foul. Just not enough movement right now and not enough passing. Bishop going to drive in, miss the lay-in. Brent Smith grabs the rebound and then loses it off of his hand.
Well, one of the things Birmingham Southern is doing is they're taking their big and putting them on the one Oglethorpe player that they do not believe can score consistently from outside the arc. Christian Thompson playing a one-man zone right in front of the rim there as Mason Kemp went in for a shot and he realized up Christian Thompson, all 6'9" of them is standing there.
Thompson going to drive in and lay that one up and in. Just too big for Brent Smith there. Smith's going to come down the other way. He's going to drive in, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Thompson. That might be number 4 on him if they count the technical as a personal.
Yeah, they do. So that will be his 4. Like Brent Smith, just taking it strong.
Smith got taken to the rim on one end and said, I'm just going to come back the other way. They only have Thompson listed for 3. Smith with the free throw up and good, but there is going to be a substitution. Brody Davis coming in.
And the only thing I could say is, remember the tech was for hanging on the rim.
Right.
Maybe it's not jawing or anything physical. Maybe that doesn't count, but I thought every technical went as a personal.
Second free throw, no good.
Jackson Kemp going for the ball, hammered Samuel Spence upside the head, no call there.
Brent Smith's got his work cut out for him now. You go from Christian Thompson to now you got to deal with 6'10" and 240 pounds of Brody Davis. Spence with a 3 ball. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Brent Smith. He's going to push ahead. Mason Kemp throws that one away.
And we've talked about Brody Davis and Dylan Patrick, but I tell you, every time there's Bryson Bishop comes up and down the floor, I really like how he defends. I really like how smart he is on the offensive end. I watched him read that screen that he received and read the defender to get an open three-point look, and then instead of pulling it, he sees the post and he makes a beautiful dish.
Got a clock issue right now. The clock is showing 19 seconds. We're going to have to reset that. There we go, 12 minutes and 49 here in the second half. 68-46, Panthers in the lead. Benefield going to go get it in the back court. Trey Harris from way downtown, and that one's good. Trey's got a real pretty stroke when he lets it fly, and that's a much-needed 3 to cut it under 20.
Well, that was a pick and pop and a really confident deep three-point stroke from Trey Harris.
And I'm going to tell you, Dylan Benefield is fired up. A couple of possessions ago, he did not get a ball back, and from that point on, he is playing with an edge and an anger. The ball's tipped away by Smith, taken underneath, laid up and in. Dylan Patrick has played one heck of a game.
Yeah, nice little slip screen. Got an open look down low.
Benefield going to drive in, miss. And Now coming in is going to commit a foul.
That's a frustration foul. You talked about how he was very demonstrably frustrated, and there didn't make the shot, and then went and attacked the rebounder.
That's a frustrating game today for Oglethorpe. Nothing has really gone right. Down 21. Give Birmingham Southern credit. They have executed their offense and defense. And the two guys, kind of unexpected, Dylan Patrick and Brody Davis, have really led the way. Spence going to drive in. Bishop kicks it all the way across. 3-ball on the way. That one rims out. Good rebound there by Jackson Kemp. Going to look ahead, and he fires it over the head of Brent Smith. We got a timeout on the floor. 11:35 to go here in the second half. 70-49. Your Stormy Petrels down big to Birmingham Southern.
Well, I think you described it right. Seemingly nothing has gone right for Oglethorpe on either end. They defended deep into the clock, and then you see one of the Panther players make some kind of play to score late in the shot clock. Then we go to the offensive end. We've seen shots not fall. We've seen players penetrate, seemingly have an open layup, and then one of the bigs for the Panthers come over and block the shot. So just nothing is going right. And then on the offensive end, Birmingham Southern has just done a really nice job of being really patient and getting looks out of the flow, shooting almost 53% from the floor, 8 of 18 from outside the arc. They're winning the battle of the boards 40-20, including 13 offensive rebounds. So just obviously really frustrating night so far for Oglethorpe.
Yeah, it's a game where when things are not going well, I think we've turned a lot into too much one-on-one basketball. The ball is not moving side to side. Where Birmingham Southern, it's an entry pass, it's a kick, it's a drive and dish. They're finding better shots right now than Oglethorpe is, and that's why they have a big lead.
Yep, you got it. Really cutting and moving. I mean, look at Birmingham Southern, how they cut and move.
And the spacing is great right now. Drive in, coming across. That ball is going to be stripped out of there, and Oglethorpe, I'll be honest, may have gotten away with a foul there. As Nolan Dean came across the lane, you saw the back arm of his get yanked out of there. Ball going to stay here for Birmingham Southern. 7 on the shot clock. He has to inbound it, throws it in, does Charlie Barnett, excuse me. Barnett going to pull up, shoot one off the back rim. That's rebounded by Dean. He's going to dribble it out of there. Barnett with a long 3-ball. Wild shot, hits off the backboard and nothing else, and Jackson Kemp comes away with a rebound. Malachi Dooley back in to run point. He's going to drive in and lose the ball, knocked out of there by number 4, Caleb Green. I'm going to tell you, a couple of the wing defenders for Birmingham Southern, whether it's Martese Jackson, Caleb Green, Nolan Dean, those guys get down in a stance and absolutely make life miserable when you're trying to drive down the lane.
They take defense seriously, those three.
Trey Harris comes up short, thought he got fouled. You can sense the frustration right now from the Stormy Petrels. Childers driving down the lane. He gets fouled, is going to have a chance to go shoot a couple of free throws. Coach Ponder right now, very stoic on the sideline, arms crossed. He hasn't really been able to find any combination that's going to work. Childers misses the first free throw. Second free throw up and rolls in. Dooley running point right now. Brent Smith going to come receive up at the high key. Harris coming off a screen. He's going to launch a 3. Second one off the back rim. Good rebound there by Brent Smith to tip it back out to Trey Harris. Smith with a pull-up jumper. That's going to come up just a little bit short. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Nolan Dean probably should have just let it go. Fighting underneath with Mason Kemp and knocks it away. And now we're going to get a mass substitution. James and Awoleye and Janai and Uba Zigbo going to come back in. Malachi Dooley going to stay on the floor and run point.
Good close out there on Janai. I thought he was going to pull the 3, but Charlie Barnett hustled over.
Uba, good footwork there. Uba's just off today.
Well, I'm telling you what, brother. Caleb Green, earlier Martise Jackson. I mean, Uba is getting absolutely D'd up. Nobody's taking a second off when they're defending Zigbo.
Layup up and good. Josh Childers, 14 points a game, and you can see why. That is a big body underneath at about 230 pounds. He uses good wall-off ability. Janai going to drive in, cut off. I'm really impressed with Birmingham Southern defensively. Awoleye underneath, going to flip it up with the left hand.
Well, that's a reverse layup that Childers did to him earlier. Like I said, I love it. That's something he's very capable of.
Gillespie three, no good. Off the back rim, fired back out. Another three, and that one's good. Charlie Barnett, 6'2" senior from Raleigh, North Carolina, bangs that one home, and it's a 25-point lead for Birmingham Southern.
I'm not sure how much Charlie gets to play. Senior night here for Oglethorpe. The senior from the Panthers gets in and took a couple forced threes as soon as he came in the game. It was almost like Charlie doesn't get to play a lot. Let's see if he can get him a three. But that one, he rhythmed up, knocked it down.
Yeah, and you could see the bench erupt, so he must be a team favorite. Free throw up and no good for Malachi Dooley. And now you hate to say moral victories, or you want to start to come up with something positive the rest of the way. For Oglethorpe, you have to remember you have a game on Sunday. Don't let one game beat you twice, and that's what you don't want to have happen in this one. Find a way to play solid basketball these last 9 minutes, even if you don't come back and win, and build off that coming for the weekend.
It's really a great point, John. It's really, really important.
Gillespie with a three, and we can see his family right to the right of us. Very excited. 79-51, Oglethorpe down. Awoleye with it down in the post. Going to dribble a couple of times. Kind of backed himself into no man's land. Has that one knocked away by Childers. Gillespie with it coming the other way. It's going to be another three ball on the way and good. This time it's Caleb Green from way downtown. Green now his fourth three-pointer of the night. James going to drive in, have that ball rejected. But a foul is going to be called, and Jordan James will go to the line for two.
Yeah, they called Gillespie on that one. You know, to your point a minute ago, they're going to play Sunday. You got to find some things to build on here late in the game. And one of the things that they're just their body language. We know nothing has gone right tonight, but you got to push through that. Have some positivity. You got 8:06 left in the game. Really get after it. Try to build some momentum going into Sunday.
And I'm watching Uba Zigbo, and he's a warrior. But you can definitely tell he's not 100%.
Not at all. You're right.
First free throw good, second free throw no good. It's a 30-point lead right now for Birmingham Southern.
Brandon Garrido is going to pull a three now, junior out of Louisiana.
And Gillespie just fighting hard. Up 30, they are making all the effort plays.
Wants to get Garrido another three-point look, or Charlie Barnett.
Barnett going to go in and didn't realize Awoleye was behind him, and Awoleye swatted that one like flies at a picnic. Oh, and a really good pass there. Brandon Garrido fired that one in, and it went off the hands of Josh Childers. Looks like Robert Reisman going to check in for the first time today, but we've got a timeout on the floor. 7:31 to go. Your Stormy Petrels having a rough one. They are down 82-52.
We've said it, both ends of the floor. Birmingham Southern really defending with a lot of passion and a lot of pride. Really good defensive technique on ball. They've got big size that they build a wall in the paint for help side defense. Offensively, they're patient. They work for good shots. They try to get it inside, but if they have outside looks, they'll take it, and they have converted a number of threes. To this point, they've knocked down 11 of 24 from three-point range. That's almost 46%. Still shooting over 50% from the floor for this ball game. 17 offensive rebounds you talked a minute ago.
Right.
With the 30-point lead, Gillespie out hustling everybody to get to an offensive board.
Yeah, he's one of their starters. I mean, and he's out there giving everything that he has because, again, the teamwork just seems to mean what they want. And it's interesting, they are staying with most of their starters except for Brandon Garrido, a 5'10 junior out of Baton Rouge from Episcopal School in Baton Rouge, a really good school.
Good football program.
Really good football program. Awoleye up at the top of the key. Griffin Cherry checking in for the first time. Robert Reisman in there, and they're going to go down the big A. He is just bumping and grinding. Has that one go off the side of the backboard. 10 on the shot clock. Cherry going to come off. Look for Janai. Janai from downtown hits the back of the rim. Fought for and snatched out of there again by Gillespie. Gillespie thought about another three, kicks it in the corner. They will take this three, and that one is good. Caleb Green on fire. 5 of 8 from downtown, 6 of 10 overall from the field. Green having a great performance. It's 85-52.
Green came in as a 31% three-point shooter, and he has been hot tonight. As you said, 5 of 8, really looking good tonight. And, you know, with Awoleye in the post, we've talked about the fact he didn't play a lot of high school basketball, really a raw athlete.
Right.
And really early in his game. The one thing that he has is quickness.
Yep.
And athleticism. He's 6'7", he's going against Brody Davis. What he's trying to do is pound the ball and use, you know, like trying to muscle his way to the basket against Brody Davis. And what he's got to do, in my opinion, and where he's got to develop is footwork and quickness. One quick move, one power dribble and finish. One head fake, one look over one shoulder and drop step and go over the other. He's not going to win the girth battle against the 6'2" Brody Davis. Garrido bringing it up now, defended by Griffin Cherry.
You also have 35 Randall Davis in. He's going to take a shot, no good, and fight for a rebound. Somebody who probably does not play a lot for Birmingham Southern on the floor. Garrido driving in, a little Euro step. Green in across, Garrido with a three. Front rim, Davis knocks it around. Robert Reisman going to come out of there with it.
Heavy play by Jordan James there. Tyler O'Donohue into the ball game. Turning over. Green bringing it down, getting a big screen from the big Brody Davis.
Garrido going to drive down the lane. Jump in, miss the layup, rebounded by Reisman. Looking ahead to Jordan James. James and is going to have that one hammered out of there by Caleb Green, but Caleb Green's going to commit the foul.
Came up a little gippy there. I don't know if he twisted an ankle or, yeah, it looks like he got a...
Either that or he's got a calf cramp.
Yep. Trying to get up quick. Randall Davis, a 6'7" sophomore. Doesn't get a lot of playing time from them. Out of McAdory High School, Bessemer.
James going to go shoot a couple of free throws. Senior day, we are going to have some people checking in here.
David Fisher.
Yep, Fisher, one of the seniors, going to get a chance to come in. Good to see him get some playing time. You hate it in this scenario on senior day, but get a chance to step in and play. James' second free throw, good. Yep. And moments like this are big. You know, some guys, this may be the last time they get a chance to play competitive basketball. So for David Fisher, great for him to be here with the family, getting a chance to play. Garrido, he's going to get his shots up, and he finally knocks one down. Brandon Garrido, and he's smiling from ear to ear.
David Fisher checks in there like, hey, you got Brody Davis, the 6'10" kid.
Reisman pull-up jumper, and I like that from Robert.
Yeah, that's his game right there. Puts it on the bounce, pulls up for a 14-footer and buries it.
Poor Fisher, the size of Brody Davis next to him. Shot up and no good by Randall Davis, and the bench would have exploded had he knocked in that three. Fisher from downtown, and he hits back rim.
Southpaw just missed from outside the arc.
Peaks is going to check in at the next dead ball. Garrido loses that one out of bounds.
Charlie Barnett's going to check in, and now Warner Peaks is going to check in for Oglethorpe. Ryan Janai coming out of the ball game. Warner Peaks going to get some time here with 4.5 minutes left.
Like to see him get up a shot or two. They immediately find him. Peaks going to come down, kick it back. Fisher from downtown, and that one rims out. Want to see Fisher or Peaks get a basket here. Garrido ready to fire again. Davis off the back of the rim. He's going to grab one here, and he's going to go up with the left hand scoop, and no good. And Fisher gets in the scorebook with a rebound. Peaks going the other way. He's going to drive in, shoot one with the right hand, hook shot no good. O'Donohue tries to knock it around, and that one's coming the other way. Layup up, no good. Davis tries to hammer it down and hits it off the back rim. 3-ball here, up and good, and Charlie Barnett is going to lead to a timeout. 3:32 to go here in the ball game. Randall Davis trying to put on a show. It is 90-56 Birmingham Southern with the lead.
You talked about some of these guys who aren't getting a lot of time for the Panthers. Tell you what, if Randall Davis had thrown down that dunk off the miss, the bench was ready to just absolutely go. We might have seen some of the guys leave the bench to go out. That's
yeah, we may have seen their bus just crank up and just go on head back to Birmingham had he thrown that dunk down. Frustrating night, though. You know, we love the kids here at Oglethorpe, and, you know, Coach Ponder has done such a great job with a young team all year long. This is the first time all season long where you can kind of see it unravel a little bit. You know, you could just see it unravel where they did not have their A game. They're going up against a really good opponent with a style that maybe doesn't match. With Uba Zigbo being banged up and not being able to go 100%, he's a guy that can give you baskets at a normal time. Unfortunately, tonight was just not one of those nights, and it stinks. We had a great crowd here at Pinholster Court. Fisher going to dribble across. Reisman, he'll take an open three. That one's up and good.
Shooting 50% from the arc this year, 1 for 2 on that make.
There we go. First 3 of the year for Robert Reisman. And I don't know if you remember Major League 2. He kind of did that dance coming down the court. I know it had to feel good for him to knock down that 3.
I'd love to see David Fisher and Warner Peaks now get a score.
Yeah, me too.
Quick timeout. I thought it was going to be a substitution timeout. See who took it. Chris Graves, I think. Oh, actually, it's me.
And I'm trying to see right now who has yet to play for Birmingham Southern. I think Tyler Andrews, number 22, may check in. I don't believe he has gotten any playing time yet, but that may be the only person left down on the bench that is yet to play. And I believe everybody that's dressed for Oglethorpe.
12, Reed Trapp just checked in. So.
All right, Reed Trapp is now in.
Yeah, and the only one you're right, Tyler Andrews is the only one who hasn't played. But that's for Oglethorpe.
Chris Feeney is dressed today for the first time in a long time. He has not played. I don't know if it was an injury concern with him. He didn't dress for a couple of games.
So you got Reisman, Griffin, Cherry, Warner Peaks, David Fisher, and Tyler O'Donohue on the floor. Fisher for 3.
And that's good.
Love it. Love it. Really wanted to see him and Warner score on senior night. David knocked down, really nice stroke there from about 25 feet.
And they're going to go backdoor with the lay-in. Reed Trapp, a 6'6" freshman out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Cherry going to drive down the lane, kick it back, let that thing fly, Warner. Unfortunately, dribbled that one off his foot. He's going to drive in. Peak's going to go in there, scoop up, and just about got that one to roll in. You can see Warner has some athleticism, and Randall Davis finally gets his first basket. A 2-hand jam, and the Birmingham Southern bench explodes. Reisman going to fire another 3. That one's short.
That was not in rhythm.
Garrido Going to scoop that one up, and then the officials are now just holding on to the whistle. Tyler O'Donohue with it. He's going 105 miles an hour, and he lays it up with the left hand.
Philip Ponder's going to take a substitution timeout. All that does is stop the play, stop the clock. We're going to see Chris Feeney check in. We're going to see...
That may be it.
Northcutt,
okay.
Number 31. He's starting to get wearing 40, but he goes number 31. Those two will be on the floor, as well as
looks like
J.R. Oyagwo. Warner Peaks is still in, and also Brevin Clem checking in. So good to see those guys get some playing time here, especially in the home gym.
Feeney's interesting. We came into the year thinking he was going to be a main stalwart on the team, and don't know if it was injury or whatnot. Davis gets fouled from behind by Warner Peaks. And I'm going to tell you, Randall Davis, a sophomore, 6'7", 205, he's built like he can play. Very athletic, you know, has some hops. Jump shot not quite there, but I have a feeling, you know, he's run into, they just have bigger, more skilled guys in front of him.
Yeah, I think that's it. Because I've been impressed too. Left-hander, and just got a lot of guys. Josh Childers, Brody Davis in front of him in the depth chart. Christian Thompson.
Yep.
I mean, those are three solid Division III big men. So he'll have his time. Only a sophomore.
Second free throw up and good. Minute 38 to go.
Yeah, the inbounds brings it up the floor.
Let it fly, Peaks. And he does. Unfortunately, that one a wide left. Yeah, it's got to be a thrill for a lot of these kids who go to practice every day, don't get a chance to play a ton, just to get on the floor no matter what the situation is.
Finally got Tyler Andrews in the ball game. That was a beautiful pass from Charlie Barnett to Andrews as he cut to the hoop, but he fumbled it out of bounds, gives Oglethorpe another shot.
Clem with the ball. He's going to bring it across. Wouldn't mind see him get up a three or some type of shot. Good take, and there's going to be a foul here.
So Jonathan Awoleye is Big A. We've got to go Big O with JR here.
All right, we got, or just call him JR. JR going to have a chance to put in a couple of shots here.
6'6" freshman out of Ackworth, Georgia.
Career high is 4, so in the last minute and 9, he has a chance. First free throw up and miss. Clem has yet to score in his Oglethorpe career. So I'd like, and he actually, the only stat he has registered is 1 steal. So an assist or a basket or a rebound would get him some stuff. Northcutt, 2 points is a career high. And again, these are guys that, you know, we're happy to see them in the game.
Clem out of a really good high school program, Christ Presbyterian Academy in Nashville. Played for Drew Maddox, former SEC player at Vanderbilt.
Good steal there by JR, and he ends up throwing it into the backcourt. And that one's going to be ripped out of there.
God love him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Warner Peaks has that one dribble off his left foot.
Gets the steal. He's in the box.
Yep.
Kicked that one out of bounds. Really thought he was ready to take it in and lay it up.
And that was his first steal in his Oglethorpe career. And they're going to go backdoor and miss. And we're going to get a foul under here by JR. The miss there for 22, Tyler Andrews, and the Birmingham Southern bench, again, about to explode had they made that lay-in.
Reed Trapp, a 6'6" freshman out of Muscle Shoals, Covenant Christian.
They got a lot of big kids here at Birmingham Southern.
They do.
Trapp's free throw up and good.
Chris Graves has done a really nice job at Birmingham Southern, head coach for the Panthers. Been there a while.
Second free throw bounces around and in. I think Clem get a shot up. I think Coach Ponder told him kind of slow it down here. I'd set a screen, and he sticks it in the corner to Warner Peaks. Peaks with it, pull-up jumper, rims out. I think everybody's trying to get Warner Peaks a basket here on senior night, but I think that's going to close it out Philip Ponder going to call off the Dogs. Birmingham Southern going to pick up their 13th win of the season, improve to 6-4 in conference. They win this one 97-65. 97-65 is the final there. We're going to wrap this one up fairly quickly. I think we're going to